In the shadows of Shaolin, where legends are born in smoke and steel, a voice echoes once again through the chambers of hip-hop royalty. That voice? Raekwon the chef. Only this time, he ain't just serving plates, he's unveiling a new kingdom. July 18th, the Emperor's New Clothes drops. And this ain't no fairy tale, this is legacy stitched in silk and stitched in blood. Let me walk you through it. Real time, real rap, no gimmicks. It's the 1st of July. New York heat's clinging to the pavement like old records in a dusty crate. Twitter's humming, IG's flashing. And then, boom, Raekwon posts a single image. Gold-framed, regal. Regal, the title The Emperor's New Clothes, crowned in black letter font. Caption? Just a date, July 18th. Raekwon will release his new album The Emperor's New Clothes on July 18th, part of Mass Appeal's Legend Has It series. And just like that, the streets start talking. The blogs catch fire, Reddit threads light up. Did he just say new album? Is Ghost on it? Wait, Nas too. After years of silence, the chef is back in the kitchen and the stove's lit. You can't talk Raekwon without talking Wu-Tang. This ain't just music, it's mythology. The man helped redefine rap in '95 with only built 4 Cuban links. The purple tape that still echoes in barbershops and basements. Now fast forward nearly 3 decades. Ghostface, yo Ray, when you dropped Cuban links you changed the temperature in the room. You know that, right? Nah man, I just cooked what I knew. That mafioso, that grimy, that real. So what's he cooking now? The Emperor's New Clothes. Symbolic title, right? In the fairy tale, the Emperor walks around naked, tricked by people too scared to tell the truth. But this ain't Anderson's version. This is Ray's version. And in Ray's version, the Emperor ain't blind. He's aware. He's surrounded by false praise, industry lies, plastic friends. So he strips down the facade, rebuilds the wardrobe, tailor-made from cloth no man can fake. He sees the game, bare bones, and still stands royal. I ain't trying to fit in no more. I'm setting the table for kings. This album ain't for the weak-minded, this for generals. You feel me? Then the guest list drops, and it's ridiculous. Method Man, Ghostface Killer, Inspector Deck, Nas, Westside Gun, Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, Marsha Ambrosius. That's not a lineup, that's a council of war. Yo Ray, you brought the art back, bro, that vintage cloth. The old Griselda cats remind me of us in '93. That hunger, that fire, now let's put it on wax. Say less, let's build a classic. The room fills with bars, lyrical blood spilled on booth floors. This ain't no streaming bait album, this is pen to paper, soul to make. Now let's talk beats. That soundscape. Swids, Fizz beats, Knots, JUSE League. Frank G. Roadsard. Each one brings a different spice to the pot. But Raekwon, he's the chef. He makes sure no flavor overpowers the other. This ain't no trap circus. This is symphonic street gospel. Yo, Ray, I laid that orchestral joint last night. Got mad strings in it. You talking regal, I'm talking kingdom. That's what I want. Velvet and vengeance. Make it sound like a mafia funeral and a coronation at the same time. Mass Appeal calls it the Legend Has It series. And that's poetic, because Ray's career is legend. And the game, it's full of whispers. Raekwon still got it? Is he too old? Can he drop a classic in 2025? You already know the answer. He never lost it. He just let the throne gather a little dust. So when he sat back down, the whole room would shake. But it don't stop at the studio. Wu-Tang Clan and Run the Jewels. Final chamber tour. Ray's back on stage, the chef in flesh, no filters, no backtrack, just bars and breath control. You're ready for the chef? Raekwon. Legends don't retire, they evolve. And Raekwon just pressed the button. You ever seen a crown passed down in silence? That's what this album feels like. It's not just Raekwon talking, it's every bar from Cuban Links, every verse from Iron Man, every cipher in a Shaolin staircase being summoned back to life. But listen, this ain't a nostalgia project, no. This ain't just back in my day talk, this is an evolution. Raekwon's building a blueprint for the next generation of emperors without bowing to trends. He said it before. I'm from that cloth. And what's that cloth made of? Let's break it down. Not polyester streams, not algorithm rap. We talking bulletproof metaphors, stainless steel loyalty, grit sewn into every syllable. Raekwon ain't chasing Billboard, he's chasing immortality. And the thread count on this album? Immaculate. They don't even make MCs from this cloth no more. You gotta bleed for bars. You gotta live the verse. Now here's where it gets spiritual. God's son, the poet from Queensbridge, the architect of Illmatic. When Nas and Ray link, it's never casual. It's divine timing. Imagine studio moment, smoky, dimly lit session. Ray, this feel like we 25 again. Nah, God, we wiser now. More scars, more stories, less fear. Let's lace the booth then. Let the world hear grown men talk. And when those two trade verses on the Emperor's New Clothes, it ain't just two MCs rapping. It's prophecy being written in real time. Enter the Griselda crew. Buffalo's finest, West Side Gun, Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher. Some say they inherited the Wu's spirit. I say they relit the torch and brought it back to street level. So when they showed up in Ray's studio, that wasn't a feature. That was a passing of the blade. Imagine dialogue, all four MCs in the booth. No hook, just raw verses. Yo, chef, I studied Cuban links like scripture. Then let's preach, soldier. Let's make 'em respect pain again. Not all the tracks hit like gunfire. Some bleed slow. That's where Marsha Ambrosius comes in. A British soul goddess on a Wu-Tang affiliated album? That's balance. That's contrast. That's high fashion on a concrete runway. I wanted the hook to feel like velvet draped over broken bones. And it does. She hums pain like it's perfume. You hear it on Velvet Throne, track 7. You feel the loss, the longing, the royalty and the regret. See, Ray ain't afraid to show the wounds. That's what makes the Emperor's New Clothes real. He's talking family betrayals, business scars, trust being broken by men who wore the same flag. I lost brothers I thought would ride forever. Some of them traded honor for followers, but I ain't bitter. I'm battle-hardened. I wear the scars like jewels now. He's not making songs. He's making a memoir in motion. Let's talk about the game for a second. The industry today? Smoke and mirrors, fake playlists, payola beats, labels dressing up ghosts and calling them goats. Raekwon don't care for none of it. A lot of cats is kings of illusion. I ain't with the trickery. I rap what I lived, and what I lived wasn't CGI. So this album, it's the anti-stream. It's vinyl in a TikTok era, truth in a world of filters, royalty in raw form. You know it's real when they press it on purple vinyl. Yeah, you heard that right. Limited edition, only 1,000 copies. The purple tape lives on. This ain't just wax. This is bloodline. This is 95 meeting 2025 in the flesh. And the crowd? Silent, nodding, no phones out, just ears open. July 16th. 2 days before the drop, we're at a private media event in Soho. Hidden warehouse. No labels. No red carpet. Just gold chairs, dim chandeliers, and incense burning slow. The room smells like wisdom and gunpowder. A silk curtain drops. There he is, black tailored suit, gold chain, silk scarf draped like royalty. Raekwon. Cameras flash. Reporters start in with the usual fluff. But Ray, he don't waste words. Imagined Q&A with media. What made you name it the Emperor's New Clothes? Because most these cats out here naked and don't even know it. Me? I rebuilt my armor, thread by thread. This album is me walking through the kingdom, fully clothed in truth. You worried about sales in a streaming era? Nah, I ain't worried about streams. I'm trying to feed the spirits of the ones who still listen. No gimmicks, no antics, just presence. Like a general who survived the war and came home to document the battlefield. Fast forward to midnight. Ray hits the studio one last time before mastering locks. It's just him. No entourage, just engineer Mike D in the booth and a beat from J Ice League humming low. Yo Mike, pull up that outro track. I got something on my chest. You sure? We good on time. Album locked. Nah, Album ain't done till my soul say it's done. And just like that, he steps in. One take, no punches. The verse comes out like a final confession. I seen him switch sides for blue checks and cheap clout. I held my silence while they screamed doubt, but I never folded. I restitched the route. Emperor moves. Now watch me walk out. Silence. Then, yo, that's it. That's the one. July 18th, 12 a.m. The album drops. Spotify, Apple, Tidal, vinyl pre-orders sold out in 14 minutes, and then the reaction hits. Then the internet erupts. Twitter explodes. Hashtag Emperor's New Clothes trending #1 in the US. Hip-hop forums light up like pyres. Tweets flash on screen as voiceover montage. This Raekwon album sound like a movie. Grown man bars. No skips. Ghostface and Ray still make magic. Cuban Links 3 vibes all over this. That purple vinyl pressing already going for $500. Ray ain't playing. And just like that, the Emperor returns. Not with a sword, but with sound. Meanwhile, in the Bronx, a 15-year-old named Malachi plays the album for his pops. His dad grew up on Wu-Tang Forever. Never thought his son would feel hip-hop like that. Yo, Dad, that Ghostface verse on Valawa Discipline, he bodied it. That's rap, son. Now you see why we talk about the 90s like that. But Ray just made it now again. Moments like that, they matter more than streams. Same day, first show of the final chamber tour, Barclays Center, Run the Jewels, Wu-Tang, and the chef walks out to 19,000 screaming voices. Lady Spectre deck on mic. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn, make some noise for the chef! He opens with Silk Tragedy, track 3 from the album. No hype man, just Ray, spitting in a velvet trench, alone under the spotlight. Every word lands like scripture carved in stone. The reviews start coming in, and they ain't just good, they're glowing. The Source, Pitchfork, 8.9 rating. Rolling Stone, a masterwork from a living legend. But Ray, he ain't celebrating. He's at home in his kitchen, cooking shrimp scampi and sipping wine. Raekwon, bro, we did that. Nah, you did that. You reminded the world what this art is about. So what's the moral of the Emperor's New Clothes? It's not about royalty. It's about realness. About having the guts to walk through a game full of liars in truth's finest fabric. Raekwon ain't just telling his story. He's holding a mirror to every MC. Are you clothed in greatness or naked in illusion? Only a few can wear this cloth, and fewer still can cut it. He fadding piano keys, then silence. So remember the date, July 18th. Remember the album, The Emperor's New Clothes. And remember the artist, Raekwon the chef. He didn't come back to rap, he came back to reign.